For today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Oh, cup of coffee.
They're screaming. They're screaming.
Hey!
I've been doing lots of screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I planned, why is it every time I plan on having just a nice, gentle, whatever day, it never works that way. It just never works that way.
You know what? It's just not in our cards because Mercury's in mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Mercury's in fucking retrograde and it's doing its thing.
It is. And remember, one of the keys, and it's, I don't know, people get lost in the weeds on a lot of this stuff. Just hard and fast, Mercury in retrograde deals with communications, both being able to give, clear cut. You may think that you've given the most clear cut directions or whatever possible. And also, as far as somebody's ability to receive that information.
Yeah. Sometimes people's ability to receive that information is hindered greatly.
Yeah. And so it's also one of those as far as travel, it deals with that. Plans can go awry, any of that stuff. Mm-hmm. That's anytime I hear about Mercury going into retrograde, now, for me, it's like 3 days before and 3 days after. Now, after it gets into its, groove, it sort of chills out some. So that's good, but it's that transitional period that it's just like, It screws with things. But if you know what's going on and you're like, oh, okay.
Get me out of here.
So if you have to repeat yourself or if you have to ask for clear-cut instructions, I'm sorry I didn't hear you properly.
That been bogus meant.
Yeah, we were discussing that earlier.
I happened to be like, what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Repeat. Tell that to me one more time.
And so just give yourself extra travel time because random can happen. And also as far as electronics, that was the other thing I was trying to, it rules electronics.
Well, no wonder my radio is already shoddy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not been working right.
It's always a good idea if you got a computer that you need to back up things to do that prior to.
Yeah.
And it's just, And if you follow those, just simple. I have to keep it simple. I do, because I got podling brain. And I have stretched my podling brain today. Oldest kid started it. He really, really did. And he had sent me a link.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe, I can't remember if he sent it this morning or last night. And it's, I will put these links in the description box so you can stretch your brain too.
Did you put it in like one of those medieval poolers?
That's how it feels like. Yeah, it's taffy. Yeah, it feels like the taffy pool. And it's a gentleman named Bryan Callen, and I was unfamiliar with him, but he had spoken with Bret Weinstein, and I am familiar with Mr. Weinstein I've listened to him on other things. He's never said anything that was totally unreasonable that I have heard him say. I'm sure he has at some point, because we all have. But they were discussing as far as a lack of ethics in science. And that how the science is being done is so bogus that it's ridiculous. And we've talked about that here on our Podling channel. Mm-hmm. Even as far as the rats that they were using in some of the research to make sure that medications were safe for humans, the rats were invalid because of how they were raised.
Okay. So
they were not like normal, rats in the wild. They were talking about telomeres, which has to do with longevity and, the length, this lifespan and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And as one ages, the telomeres shorten, and it just, we've got a, shelf life. Yeah. That's just the human body does. That's just how it's built in.
Yeah.
But with some of the and this was early on in Mr. Weinstein's career as a scientist and stuff. And he got to looking at this, and he had asked one of the professors, and she's like, yeah, we figured that out, but we don't tell anybody. What? So to sit there and go, yes, we're just saying this stuff is safe, and we don't have a clue. So that was kind of brain-breaking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those, you will know a thing on an intuitive, instinctual level, but when somebody else comes out and says it, and especially if it is one of these, now there's a time and a place when you got these big brain, and that's where a letter behind a name can mean something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for them to have the verification, and I'm like, well, shit.
What the fuck? That sort of that just was like, what the fuck, man?
But he goes
for real.
It is a really, I think it likes like an hour and a half or something like that. Let me look through here. I had scrolled down. An hour and 38 minutes, almost 39 minutes. So that was one rabbit hole, and then another rabbit hole was I went back and listened to Robert Phoenix's Friday FARcast from July the 18th, 2025. Now, if you are of a weak or delicate constitution, don't listen to it.
Me.
Because now Robert does some of these deep dives into the world of darkness because it's there. It's always been there. But not everybody can deal with what is there.
You know what? I'm due for a dose of depression.
Don't. No, I'm telling you, for real, for you, for Pisces and stuff like that, don't go there. For your own mental health.
I thought you'd find that funny. Be like,
yeah, but I have to live with you. I have to live with you. So, and Robert is really good.
I can go up to the cabin and have my mental breakdown there.
No, I mean, seriously, no. He, like I said, this one is, it's dark. Because there is some really, really dark stuff in our world, and people want to ignore it. You've got most of us that are in denial. We don't want to think about it. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want others talking about it because then we have to think about it. But Robert understands we have to face it. Yeah. And nobody does. I mean, it's just really, really good program.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I had started, and I'm going to, this is how I know that the end is near. Jordan Peterson had hosted Garry Nolan.
Who's that?
And Garry Nolan, as far as UFOs.
Oh.
And I'm like, when Jordan Peterson is talking about UFOs, you know we're in the end times.
Yeah.
Now, this one, I have not made it that far into.
The end is near.
Oldest kid had watched it. What was off-putting to me on it was everything that the other gentleman, and I've already lost his name, forgotten his name because it's been one of those days. Everything that Weinstein was talking about being wrong with science, Garry Nolan exemplified. And Peterson, it was all about, you've started all these companies and that must have been very lucrative. And it's like, and I'm thinking, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And to fall into that trap of the almighty dollar. So I didn't even make it to the UFO talk. I mean, I will at some point go back and watch the rest of it. But Garry Nolan has been, as far as the UFO circuit, for quite a while. And honestly, if it's somebody that's doing all this mess with genes, the human genome and stuff like that.
Don't mess with that.
Do I really want to be listening to anything that they say?
No, because they making hybrids or whatever the fuck they are.
That is possible.
They making lizard beings.
I think they're making a lot of it. And it's like
they the Barney type shit.
There is the possibility at this point in time that you do have genetically modified humans. Because what was given as a supposed vaccine, it was a gene modification.
Yeah.
So we have no clue what the fuck we've done. Well, not me personally. I was like, no, it's my weapon. No,
we don't know what the fuck was given to us.
Well, it wasn't us.
Forced upon us.
Not us. Yeah. Humanity.
Yeah.
Humanity.
Those
and
upon
it's just
humanity.
Like it has been... We've seen some of the effects, which have been horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what Oldest Kid was talking about. They have kicked up the research again as far as chronic fatigue syndrome, which they don't know what the fuck that is either, because that these people that did take the jab are coming down with what they're calling long COVID. It is a debilitating condition that is the same as chronic fatigue syndrome, ME, fibromyalgia, all that stuff. Lovely.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. There is question because any of us that have this stuff, there was some kind of illness that we just didn't recover from.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's spread from the chicken pox.
For me, yeah. And other people.
Yeah. Many others. And this time, it's whatever fucking bioweapon. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what the fuck?
So they are starting to do research again.
This shit cannot fly.
It just is. It just is. And in this point, at this point, it just is. And you can't... You go through these stages, and it's almost like stages of grief with this. It's denial, and then it's like sort of like begging God, and then it's like being angry with God, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, stages of grief.
And then it's just, you get to that level of acceptance. It's like, okay, this is what I do with my day. I will do as much as I can with my day as I'm able. Mm-hmm. And it truly is carpe diem for a lot of us. Seize the day, because that's what we have.
Oh, yeah.
So you learn to be very zen. But for them to start the research again about some of this.
I mean, that's good that they're researching it.
Yeah.
But like, are these the same people that stole the ladies' research?
Judy Malkovich, I don't know what she's doing right now. I mean, it was just horrible what they did with her. Mm-hmm. And at least, I mean, my God, I think they pressed charges on her and stuff.
Yeah, they completely tried to just
destroy her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Weinstein talks about that in that video. It is a very informative video. The gentleman who is interviewing him, I had difficulty listening to him, this Bryan Callen. Maybe he was playing devil's advocate. I don't know. But it was just sort of like, dude. You just had to watch it.
Okay.
It was, yeah. Wait. And I thought, oh God, I'm not somebody that is
fence sitter,
liberal, very, very, very liberal. And I'm like, stop it. Stop it.
You can't play that game for long.
There are real world consequences to ideologies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
some of them are not good.
Well, and as far as to understand how academia got hijacked, and it did.
Brainwashing?
Well, it was subversion.
It was what?
Subversion.
What is that?
That's where somebody goes in, an enemy goes in and basically cuts the legs out from under somebody.
Okay.
It's psychological warfare, whatever you want to call it.
Brainwashing.
It's to a degree, they do cause the brainwashing, but it's trying to take a country like America, and we're seeing this happen. We're living in this, and it's like, oh God. And that they do brainwash a lot of these people that have gone to college to sit there and hate themselves, hate this country, try to tear down everything that has been built. That's subversion.
Hate themselves, hate each other, hate their lives, hate their world.
Yes, so they become instruments of Satan to steal, kill, and destroy. And in their mind, they're the righteous ones. That's frightening.
Yeah.
It is an inversion of reality.
Totally.
So I went on big brain quests today, and I was tired. I'm tired.
You tired?
It's something till 1 o'clock, and then it just,
Wait, what?
Huh?
Oh, shit.
Oh, another one that I just watched a snippet on. I have not. Tucker Carlson has some fascinating people on there. Because he knows people that, he knows people.
Yeah.
But he had interviewed, and I don't even know who the gentleman was that he was talking to. But the connection, this is something that we have discussed, and very much the connection between demonic entities and drugs. And in this instance, it's talking about opioids.
Yeah.
I can tell you this for sure, as far as meth. It is a form of possession. But the gentleman that Tucker was talking to had been on opioids for whatever reason. It was probably some kind of medical reason. And about how he changed. Well, yeah. But to open some of the things that we have been discussing just in our little Podling Pirate podcast, other people
are finally picking up on it and actually discussing it.
Yeah.
Some of this shit, no joke, I don't think mainstream media does not pick up on people talking about it until TikTok.
Mainstream media is dead. And not only that, this thing with Obama that has come out as far as Tulsi Gabbard, that was treason.
What was it?
Flat out treason.
What was that? I missed that.
Yes, that as far as did they spy on Donald Trump and everything like that, and then if they do declare it to be a coup, then these people very much could be up on crimes of treason.
It took them
They've got proof.
It took them this long to come to that conclusion. But
well,
then again, the other enemy was in charge at that point.
Yes. But you've also got to realize that to a degree, people would not have believed it until after the 4 years of Biden.
That is true. That is very true. Because that was a shit show.
Well, we're still in the shit show. And it just is, and it's a matter of endurance. I'm one of these, I thoroughly believe that when people are aware of what's going on, that just that awareness helps break the spell. To sit there and go, I know, I see what you're doing. Not today, Satan. Not today.
Yeah,
So, and it's like
with that Jesus chancla.
Yeah, but where the mainstream media has been a propaganda tool for a very long time, and that goes back to Operation Mockingbird. And that was another thing I had watched. I forgot about that one. That was yet another rabbit hole that I will include in there, and that was the Why files. As far as CIA. So I will put that in there. And AJ does such a good job.
He did a Y files on the CIA.
And he was talking about, yes. Was he concerned about doing that? Yeah.
Oh.
Because he's got the viewers and the subs to where he could be seen as a threat.
Yeah.
But at this point, there's been so many talking about it for so long. My God, Mark Dice has been talking about Operation Mockingbird for years. Because Alex Jones has been talking about it for years. And that's one of the reasons that they have tried to destroy Alex Jones.
Did you know that Alex Jones started on public access television?
Did he really?
He did.
God love him.
And he did a good job then.
Yeah.
There was a picture that he was talking about something. I don't know what he was talking about, honestly, but he was carving a pumpkin. And you should see him in his little suit, spooky bat get up and all that.
I'll have to do that. But now everything's crazy right now. Everything is crazy. Mm-hmm. But everything is paranormal and supernatural. And I will put all those links. And you too can have your mind blown. Mm-hmm. Because 'tis the season.
We are in a spiritual battle.
It is a spiritual battle every single day. And it is a battle for your mind and your heart and your soul. Mm-hmm. It is a battle for your soul. So,
that's terrifying.
Do you want to tell the people where we can be found?
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, at RolandaCOCWS. Don't send me into a soul spiral.
That's why I told you not to watch Robert's thing. I mean, seriously. You've got a choice. You've got a choice you've made. Are you doing evil?
I hope not.
If you were, you would know.
I don't think I am.
Oh my God. It's going, pray for me. Pray for me.
Neurotic ass. Neurotically
God,
yours.
I feel like I live in an assisted living facility. I really do.
Neurotically yours. Your child.
Yeah. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yep.
Bye.